Thank you, Jonathan, for these questions. And back in 2004, what we had in Operation Nehemiah, in our desire to see South Sudan being rebuilt for Jesus Christ, was nothing but faith, a vision, and a dream. It was basically a war zone. At that time, by 2004, the country has been engulfed in the religious war persecution by Islamic government, at least for, I believe, 25 years at that time. So the entire village, the entire country, South Sudan was lying in ruin, in utter destruction, in ashes, in desolation. So 2004 was, for me, the first time I was going back there after 20 years in exile. At that time, Operation Nehemiah has been in operation, at least I will say 10 years plus, because we started in 1993. So at that point, peace agreements were being discussed to end the war, but it's still a big war going on at the time. So we took a step of faith to go into the country to begin to rebuild, and of course we went to the village where I was raised and where I was born and where I was raised. So we began to look into biblical encouragement, and the verse that God gave me was Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 18. Let us rise and rebuild. So they put their hand together for this good work. So we envision indeed to rebuild. So has peace come? In fact, the peace that we're looking at, I look at it in two ways. In two ways. Number one, the real peace that we should think about is it should be always there with believers who are Christian. Even though we may be going through struggle and suffering, we still have peace, because Jesus said in John chapter 14, verse 27, is that the peace that I give you is not as the world gives. So let not your heart be troubled, nor be afraid. Even then, I do believe we had peace, especially Christian. But the peace that we're talking about is political, to settle the geopolitical struggles of a people, of a country. Yes, in that sense, I would say CPA, the Comprehensive Peace Agreement between the Islamic government to the north and the Christian in the south, was signed in 2005, 1 year after we came into the country. And the Comprehensive Peace Agreement lasted for about 6 years. That brought us to 2011. And there was a referendum. The people of South Sudan was asked to decide if we want to be part of the Sudan, or we wanted to break away and have our own country. And indeed, 99% of us voted in January of 2011, and effectively Southern Sudan became an independent country in July 9, 2011. Now the country is independent of the North. So all of the people who were in exile, including my own family, have returned. In that sense, yes, peace had come to South Sudan, and that prediction was correct.